Upper90studios.com.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. The results from the wildcard are in. 50 points, 3 points below the average. At first, I didn't even want to put out this video because I didn't smash it with the wildcard like I wanted to. I thought I was going to get 70, 80 points. It didn't happen. It's easier looking back. After the games, I changed 9 players. I went for it, and whatever happens at the end of the season, I'm playing the game the way I want, choosing players I'm excited to watch. And my target was always to finish in the top 1 to 2% of all players. I'm learning that when you aim to be successful, you set yourself up to fail. Instead, the aim should be to enjoy the process. Making these videos, creating FPL content, it's always going to affect my overall rank. And just the act of telling others my transfer plan, it weakens me psychologically. At the end of the day, I'm playing to win. That's why I've stopped sharing tips in the past. When I play in secret, I finish in the top 13K, top 20K overall. But then I miss the connections I make with you guys, all around the world. Some of you I've known since 2013. It's about trusting that you are always doing your best, even if the results don't come off as expected. I said your fantasy team is not a reflection of you, and it's really not because you can't control what the players do. If I get red arrows again game week 8, so be it. I'm going to go for it because it's about the process, not the outcome. Now here's my previous team on the left, the wildcard on the right. Had I done nothing, the previous starters would have scored 32 points. The wildcard scored 50, and the upside was 70 or 80 points, and that's why I took a chance. The old goalkeeper Martinez 0, PVA 0, and Justin, they combined for only 2 points. The new players scored 18 points. Barkley blinked, James Rodriguez was injured, Jimenez blinked. My replacements for these positions, they failed to take advantage. Rashford, Bamford. Now looking back, that's what made a real difference. I could have picked Grealish instead of Rashford. I could have kept Calvert-Lewin, although Ings also scored to keep up. My reasoning was that if there was a time to drop DCL, it was when Everton's creative players were out. Jack Grealish and Calvert-Lewin left it until late to get their points, but it was a combined 23 points from 2 highly owned players I didn't have. Before I show you the transfer plan, let's break it down player by player with a Game Week 7 review. Mendy, 6 points. Chilwell, 6 points. Comfortable win for Chelsea. Mendy with 5 clean sheets and 6 appearances. His presence is contagious. He gives other players confidence. Chilwell is always involved in the attack, which gives him a high point ceiling. Clean sheets and assists equal bonus points. This game felt like a training session for Chelsea, which is exactly what I look for when investing on goalkeepers and defenders in fantasy. I want a controlled, almost boring performance. Burnley's only hope was low percentage shots from distance. Alexander-Arnold 2 points. You can see he was trying hard to score, even taking up positions ahead of Salah in the opponent's box, but the lack of clean sheets with a makeshift defense plus Man City next. I may keep him because I have other fires to put out in my team, but I understand trying a different option to free up funds. Stuart Dallas 6 points. He scored. This was a fun game to watch. I bet on Leeds because they never stop running. They work so hard. And Dallas, he was lucky in the way he scored, but that's what he deserved for the hard work he put in. This time, Leeds, they got caught out by a smart Leicester side. They took advantage of the mistakes at both ends. Things could have been different, though, had Leeds taken their chances, and they nearly turned it around in the second half at 2-1. Leicester scored the third against the run of play, then the late penalty. Mo Salah, 8 points. I just checked my notes, and 30 minutes in, Liverpool still had no shots on target. Salah and Kane, yes, they went down theatrically for the penalties, but if I'm the manager, I'm not happy with the way Masuaku, he gave the referee an opportunity to give that penalty. Salah is running away from goal. All Masuaku has to do is contain the player. Use your body so he can't turn, not swing your foot, and completely miss the ball. So he made contact with the player, and Premier League officials, they stopped booking players for diving. Son, 2 points, had arguably the worst performance of the season. Kane, 6 points. He looked over shoulder and waited for the contact to come for the penalty. Lallana gave the referee that option. Brighton, they were without their regular goalkeeper and striker, and I didn't expect them to take the game to Spurs, but something's very different this season. The weaker teams have an advantage because they have extra time to rest and recover, while the big teams are traveling midweek in Europe. Rashford, 2 points. He was my first captain blank of the season. I don't have anything nice to say about United players, and I'm not going to single anyone out because you win as a team and you lose as a team. This goes against a lot of the post-match ratings I've seen, but on the few times that United attacked, Luke Shaw, he wasn't afraid to take defenders on, and he got around them a few times. I saw a heat map for United against Arsenal, and Shaw's positioning was as high as the forwards, higher than Greenwood. Not considering Luke Shaw for FPL, he may not even start. What I'm saying is that the matchup on Arsenal's right side is factoring in my plan for Game Week 8. Arsenal play Aston Villa. Fulham deserved to win. Lookman, 2 points. He provides value with his attacking style, especially once he builds chemistry with Anthony Robinson. He's an exciting left back to keep an eye on once Fulham's fixtures ease up. Bamford, 2 points. He was so clinical in his finishing the previous week. This time, it was his first touch that let him down. At least 3 big chances to score, and he missed them all. That could have changed the game completely. Danny Ings, 6 points. He scored with a brilliant curling shot to the far top corner. 4-3 win for Southampton. Shouldn't have been that close. Intensity and purpose is how I would describe the Saints, who are now 5th. Ings was forced off with injury, but the prognosis is promising. Southampton's social media account, they spoke directly to FPL managers. We're going to find out if they're being honest with their positive assessment. Raul Jimenez, 2 points, he blanked. Just 1 shot attempt all game. There were 2 main reasons why I dropped Jimenez. Wolves weren't attacking enough, and he felt disconnected from the rest of the team. Something changed against Palace. Wolves were far more threatening from the beginning. They didn't have Saiss on the wing. His first instinct is to defend, and his replacement ended up scoring. Jimenez, he was making good runs, but he was still isolated for long spells. The chemistry with Traore isn't the same as Podence and Natu. Their instinct is to shoot and score, unlike Traore, who looks up, and he links up well with Jimenez. Daniel Podence, 8 points. He was lively and deserved his goal. Pedro Neto also provides value if Wolves stick with this more attacking style. Now here are my thoughts on Manchester City. To save time, I'm going to include these notes on the Game Week 8 blog post at upper90studios.com, where you can pause the video if you'd like. So what's the plan for Game Week 8? Plan A, transfers out Rashford, transfers in Grealish. Arsenal defended well against United, but they're playing midweek in Europe again, while Villa, they're going to be fully rested. I mentioned the matchup on Arsenal's right side of the defense. Grealish likes to take players on. Rashford is less about his potential and more about whether I can trust United. As bad as Fulham have been this season, they're now just 1 win away from United, who are 15th in the league table with 7 points from 6 games. Plan B involves dropping another attacker, maybe even 2. I want to wait until closer to the deadline. I don't mind the hits after a wildcard. I want to set my ego aside and do what's best for the team. I also like to avoid planned transfers during the international break, which is right after Game Week 8. So I might make these changes now before other surprises the following week. My current plan is to keep Danny Ings. If he misses out Game Week 8, hopefully he can recover during the break. Ayling, he would step in from the bench. Ayling nearly drew a penalty against Leicester, but he needs to study Salah, Kane, and Bruno Fernandes on how to sell it. Not Wilfried Zaha. Don't learn from him because even though his was the most obvious penalty, Premier League referees, they don't understand natural movements when players are fouled. They want to see that theatrical triple Lutz in the air after the players touched on their pinky toe. So this is my current team for Game Week 8 and the positions I may experiment with. I need an update on Danny Ings. Believe that you're always doing your best. Use this energy to extract lessons and improve your future strategy. The way you can support this channel is to like this video, subscribe. Let's exchange ideas in the comments. Thank you for your support. 18,000 subscribers. I can't believe this. I wish you all big green arrows Game Week 8. So that's going to be a wrap for today. Stay tuned for my next video. If you like my music, all my songs are free on the website. See the link in the description. U90 Mini League. Good at FPL? Join U90 Mini League for a chance to win. Be sure to follow at Upper90 Studios on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, where you get an inside scoop before YouTube. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications because this season is going to be incredible. Don't forget to subscribe to our email list and get your free fixture difficulty cheat sheet. Click the fantasy tab at upper90studios.com. Thanks for watching. See you soon.